Now that we've made our fresh buttermilk and we know what it's like, let's get back to our sour buttermilk. Sour buttermilk nowadays is actually cultured a lot like yogurt. We don't have the issues with refrigeration and people aren't making butter from spoiled milk. And so you can readily get a buttermilk in the grocery store, and it is actually thicker than regular milk and it does have that slight tang to it. So let's get back to our question about when we would use buttermilk versus regular milk in recipes. Now, if your recipe does call for buttermilk and it is using baking soda as well, you're gonna wanna go ahead and use straight buttermilk. Now, if your recipe is calling for buttermilk but doesn't use baking soda, you can go ahead and substitute out your buttermilk for regular milk. Now, another important thing to keep in mind is that buttermilk is also really great for tenderizing meats. You can think about, say, for example, chicken being soaked in buttermilk before it's dredged in seasonings and spices. So buttermilk is also really good because it has a distinct flavor and it imparts that flavor into your baked goods as well. Now, what happens if you don't have any buttermilk at hand and your recipe is calling for it? Simple enough, you can make your own. You can just add some acid to your milk. Say a tablespoon of lemon juice or vinegar can be added to a cup of milk. You stir it and let it sit for 5 minutes, and voila, you have buttermilk. Now, if you don't have any of that, you could use either a 3/4 of a cup of sour cream or 3/4 of a cup of plain yogurt and cut that with a 1/4 cup of water, and you'll have the tang that you're looking for along with the consistency of the buttermilk. So there you have it. That is when you would use buttermilk versus regular milk, and I will see you guys next time for our next question.